Hello YouTube, I'm just setting up. Okay, there's nobody watching. I'm 5 minutes into the video. I'm going to start now. I'm going to put the earmuffs on, so it might sound as if I'm shouting. So on this Postbank live video, I have two parcels, both from China, but I think one of them was actually from Hong Kong, but we'll call them both China, because Trump likes China. This is going to be a short video because by the time I power everything up, I'll have 31 amps running on this circuit out of a maximum of 32 amps, and that 32 amps is peak. I should only be sticking to 80% of the power load. So the first parcel weighs 2.169 kilos. I've already opened it up. It says it came by Royal Mail Tracks 48 hours with no signature. I'll just end this call. Hello to the other person who's watching the live stream. So this parcel came with this really large bubble wrap type thing, long strips of bubbles. So you take it out of here, that's quite tough. But then you take off another layer of bubble wrap, another layer of bubble wrap, so that's the third one, and finally we get to the fourth one. .1 kilos again. Bubble wrap don't weigh that much. This power supply is quite big. Probably the biggest one that I own. So that's 23 centimeters by 15 centimeters by 8.5 centimeters, if I'm still on camera. I think I need to tilt the camera a little bit. Okay, so on one side we've got a fan, power switch and the IEC connector. On the other side we've got the power cables and we've got the fan. Someone has sent me a message. Who is it? Don't know. I'll look at it later. So we got five cables coming out of the power supply, and each one has two pairs of 6-pin connectors. The cable is quite thick, so it should be able to handle the current load for two PCIe ports, power ports. So on the power supply, it's rated, well, it's called solid gear for graphics card only. Shit, I made a mistake. That's not right. Anyway, there's a Bitcoin sign on there. It says 95 plus gold. Obviously that's a fake label, but it's supposed to be 95% efficient. On the 12 volts we've got 1600 watts. and the max power is 1800 watts. I might test that today, but I need to watch how much power I'm using on this circuit. So there's a standard one inside there. Just don't open it up because there are charge capacitors in there and they do go bang really loud. And it's repeated there. So there's no real bad spelling there, but it shouldn't really say graphics card only. I think it'll be fine. So obviously this is made from China, made in China. Oh, there's 5 people there now. Hello 5 people. And now the parcel that you've been waiting for. So this parcel went to Heathrow instead of the usual Stansted. I'll stick in another video of the path that it went. I think it went Hong Kong instead of China. And then it went direct to Heathrow. It spent all day Monday at customs and then it got delivered to me today. So this was actually quicker than normal. And also I was meant to receive this parcel between the 1st of March and the 10th of March. And today is the 27th of February, I think. Let me check. Yes, it is. Hello, Northern Monkey. I'll just start screen capturing the live chat. Start recording. The rackets in the background are 2 M3 ASIC miners. Those are Bitcoin miners. I think I'm mining Litecoin Cash. I'm going to release a Litecoin Cash video today. I've managed to claim him. And I also have an A3. On this circuit I'm restricted to 32 amps. And when I switch this ASIC on, I'll be running at 31 amps or 38 or 30.8 amps. It is quite loud in here, and I'm wearing these earmuffs on. They reduce the sound by 27 dB, so I shouldn't damage my hearing too much. This one should be louder from what I've heard. It's new to me, but not new to other people. Other people might have had this for over 2 years. So you can see it took a British Airways flight. It won't actually say where from. But it was from Hong Kong. None of this bullshit that the other route takes, which is from China to Germany to France to Stansted and spends a day in the UK at customs and then gets delivered to me. This was a lot quicker. It arrived in Heathrow on Sunday. Spent the day at customs on Monday, and today's Tuesday, and it arrived here. So now I'm going to try and open it up. Oh, one person's gone. Sorry to bore you. I'm using a kitchen knife again because I'm in the kitchen. Okay, this is a bit different. There's a blue eye on there. I'm sure that wasn't on there before. So just the usual information about RMA, and this is the second side. In fact, there's a sneak peek of what I've got there, if you can see. So you shouldn't power a card up with more than one power supply, but I have seen people use 2 power supplies to power up an Antminer. Obviously sticking to this rule. It says there's 3 hash boards. Total power consumption is 1,330 watts. Each board consumes 412 watts. That's 12 volts at 34.3 amps. At 40 degrees Celsius it will consume 1,550 watts. That's probably with the increased fan speed. Okay, yes, you can hear me, that's good. I'm not looking at the live chat all the time. So a 750 watt power supply is enough for 1 hash board, it's not enough to power 2. If you're going to power 2 hash boards separately, you need a 900 or 1000 watt power supply. Oh, there's some new information here. So make sure the cables are attached properly. Always power the hash board up first before you power up the control board. That doesn't matter if you're using a single power supply. It says the S9 current is 20 amps, but I think that's rated on US voltage. Just let me check. You've asked, what's my daily earnings? Hello Kirk, 4646464646. I think I've said 46 enough times. To find out what I learn, I need to go to whattomine.com. Select ASICs, and then I think it's about 1300 watts at 13.5 terahash. I'll just calculate this without electric cost. So currently, NiceHash is profitable for SHA-256, and that's $13.67. It's not a lot, but if the Bitcoin value rises, then it should be worth a lot more. You're getting £9.80. Let's see how much it is in pounds. So that's $13.67. £9.79 you should be getting, which is basically what you've said. 90 a week. Let's have a look. 68, yes. £68 that is. Yes. But I don't have one ASIC. This is my ASIC number 26. And I'm at capacity. I think I'm near enough 50 amps. I don't want to go higher because I've got things like the electric shower, microwave, and other electric appliances. And I don't want to upgrade my power supply at the house because if my provider finds out, they'll probably disconnect me because I'm using more than what I should be. So I might need to find another facility or upgrade my overseas facility. I was going to check this 20 amps out. So if we say 1300 watts divided by 110 volts, that's near enough 12 amps. Not sure where they're getting the 20 amps from. In the UK we have 13 amp sockets. On a ring main we can do 32 amps. And I don't plan to use a miner in this kitchen for a long time, just for the purpose of this video. Then I'm going to move it to the garage. So I'll be having two circuits which are quite full load, and I'll have to check the consumer unit to see if there's any sparks or heating up of cables. So it comes with a 90-day warranty, and that's enough of that. You probably want me to open it. Yes, 26 ASICs. ASICs of these mining Bitcoin and things like that, it's a bit addictive, especially when it makes more money than what you get paid. I should weigh this first. Got another message, who's that? So the box weighs 4.6 kilos, near enough 4.7 kilos. This box looks a bit longer. It's 44 centimeters by about 25.5 by 22 centimeters. I don't know what the ROI is. Let's have a look. I think I spent about maybe 2,700. Well, technically I've only had to pay the VAT on this miner. I don't know how much it is because FedEx automatically bills me, and a few days later I get the invoice. So technically the ROI will be quick for me. The rest of this was purchased using Bitcoin Cash that I've already mined. But if you look at the Bitcoin value, or the Bitcoin Cash value, so I think that was about $2,300. I did use a coupon. I'll be selling my excess coupons. I have about $5,000 worth of coupons to sell. Or I might do a giveaway. So Steve Bill, you're using 20 S9. So you're, what's that there? You're UK based as well, I think. So that's 1,300 times 26 kilowatt hours divided by 240 volts, 108 amps. And most UK supplies are either 80 amps or 100 amps. So I think you're above what you should be using. Unless if you've got a house that you're not using any other electrics in, but you're using quite a lot there. You can claim the VAT back. Yeah, I was thinking about doing that, but I need to set up a business, but someone told me the taxman's not really going to let you claim back VAT unless if you pay taxes and things like that. I haven't cashed out yet, and yeah, good for you for claiming back the VAT. Maybe I need someone to help me to claim back some VAT. You know somebody. Well, I know somebody, and I've asked him, and yeah, he was talking about, well, you need to pay the taxman VAT before you can claim back VAT, so I just thought I'd just leave it. I guess he's not that much of a mate. So going back to the ROI, we said this was earning $1,367 a day. If I add VAT to this, So that's 2,760 divided by 1376. We're looking at 200 days or just over 6.5 months for ROI. That's assuming the current difficulty, the current price that you're earning, and assuming that the Bitcoin is at the same value. Right, back to this. Have I missed out any messages? Brett, you enjoy monitoring and fiddling and learning about technology? Well, wait until some pools crash and then all your miners stop working because you didn't set up 3 separate pools. Then you'll see all the nightmare. That's just snaps there. So with the packaging, this is 4.2 kilos. So I'm going to measure this in the packaging if I can. So that's 42.5 by 20 by 23. So you got 20 $200 vouchers. You got them on the S9. I didn't get any for this one. I'm waiting for the voucher for this one. I think I'll only get $100 for this one. But I do have 15 $200 vouchers for the D9s, as well as another $125 for the D9s. I got $200 for the L3, 5 of them, and then I got some stragglers, so I've got a $69 and a $70. Well, with my AMD graphics cards, I ordered 5 and I got about £72 cash back. So that's not bad after 7 months. My order got cancelled and I cashed the cash back out. So that's the fastest ever ROI on GPU. So I'll do a video on that as well if I've got time. Let's have a look at the messages. I don't know much about Hive OS, but I'm not a fan of the company Genesis Mining. I'm assuming they run the Hive OS. Okay, so you've got an EEPROM programmer. Okay, that's nice. I'm not going to dismantle the heat sinks. Okay, so the first thing you do, give it a shake and see if anything is moving. But that's not going to work because I've got these earmuffs on. That's quite solid, there's nothing rattling at all. Okay, so this is the 13.5 terahash. They do advertise a 14 terahash, but I haven't seen one of them yet. The control board is quite large. On the older models, they did have these pinouts populated. So it looks like on the newer ones we don't have them on there. Probably to save costs, or probably there's no point in having them on there because you can only have 3 in here, but then technically you could have another shell being controlled by the same control board, assuming it's supported by the software. There's a 4-pin connector here and another one there. I'm not sure why. The 6-pin power is here and the 9 are here for the hashboard. Just making sure these are all in properly. There's 2 fan connectors here, one for the front, one for the back. And for those who are playing at home, there's the model number. It's a Nidec fan, so that's really good. These are not angled, just let me have a look at everything. Okay, never mind. Which way I'm going to put this? I'm going to put this way around so I can extract the hot air away from the wall. Okay, maybe I got confused about Hive. Let's have a quick look at that. Hive OS. Contact. Okay, so it's not then. Okay. Yes, I don't use a 4-inch adapter. Can that be seen on the camera? I use the 6-inch ducting. You can stretch these a little bit to fit around the fan, but it doesn't give it a proper good seal. But since these are extracting the hot air outside, it doesn't really matter. You can put elastic band around these, but the elastic band will snap after some time. Probably cable tie would be a bit better because there is a bit of a gap around the edges. I've ordered 2 fans. I'll just get a bit of pen and paper, 1 second. What I'm going to do is create a box, or use one of these cardboard boxes. I've got loads of these, probably 26 of them, because I've got 26 ASICs. So with this box, I'm going to drill some holes because I've got a hole cutter. 3 on one side, and then these are going to go to the ASICs. Probably haven't drawn that correctly, but never mind. Can you see that? Yeah, okay. And then I'm going to have an exhaust. Now these are 6 inches, but the exhaust is not the right size. It needs to match what's coming in. So the area needs to be 3 times this area of a 6-inch duct. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to have an inline fan. I've already ordered it with my Amazon vouchers, and then that's going to go out to the garage door through a 6-inch cat flap, and that's an 8-inch ducting. So the 8-inch has the right number of CFMs to match 3 ASICs, but yes, I understand I'm reducing it on both ends, so we're going to see what happens. But then I do have another hole in the garage, and that's a dryer duct, which is 4-inch. I've ordered a 6-inch inline fan, which is also going to another 3 ASICs via a box. So the 6-inch doesn't have enough TFM to match 3 ASICs. So I'm just going to try this out, because where I was going to dismantle the window, remove the window, I'm drilling 6 or more holes and have the 6-inch ducting going through there. I've actually sealed the window in properly. if I get a hammer and chisel out, I might actually damage the window to get the window out. So I'm a bit stuck at what I'm going to do, and it needs to be a temporary job because I don't plan to live here for a long time. I'm planning on selling the house and moving somewhere else. Yeah, it might create a vacuum effect, but I'm going to try, see what happens. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, I'm going to have to go back to plan 1, which is removing this window. Removing this window will mean no extra cost on electricity because the ASICs will go straight outside. There's plenty of air coming in because the roof is corrugated on both sides, so the air can get in with no issues. I don't have any filters, but I'll just have to keep cleaning the ASICs. In fact, I do have a bit of a filter, but probably not doing much. No, it's not 12 inch, it's actually 8 inch or 8.5 inch. You need to look at the cross-sectional area. So 6 inch and 6 inch is not 12 inch. It's actually, I think it's 8 or 8.5 inch. I did the calculation in another video. You've got to look at the area, not the diameter, because you're going to, well, it's going to be hard to draw it. If it was a square, two 6 inches is not the same as a 12 inch, because you've got all this extra space now. If that makes sense. You were guessing. Well, I've done the maths before and that's why I know. I seem to buy miners every few weeks or so. Well, the idea was to buy 3 or 4 Antminers a month. That's probably what I can afford with all the crypto that I'm earning. And that's at the premium prices of around $3 grand per miner. $3,000. But now I need to find somewhere. That's my issue. The current overseas place, I need to tell them I want to expand, but we have a bit of issue there. We've had someone play with our systems because we don't have any doors there. They were complaining about it's too hot, but the data center really needs to sort out the ventilation. I've had a person in the UK contact me, but the price is too much. It needs to be less than 9.9 pence a kilowatt. Or I could rent another property maybe. Anyway, I'm going to get this powered up. I've been on, how long have I been on? 40 minutes nearly. Say this in all my live videos, you shouldn't use extension leads. Am I in shot there? Yeah. You shouldn't use extension leads, but for the purpose of this video I'm doing this so you can see the watt meter. I might have to remove my headphones, my earmuffs, so I can hear if the consumer unit is making a noise. Before I connect that up, I need to connect these up. I actually prefer these double ones because you've got less cables to worry about. Even this power supply arrived quite quickly. I did order it a while ago and it's just been sat there, and then last night I did power it up just in case if there's going to be an issue with the power supply, because I don't have any spare power supplies. This power supply was about £70 delivered from China, or was it about £67? I think I could have got one for £65, but that got sold on to somebody else. I waited a bit too long. and that was buy it now, and it wasn't an auction. If you look at the Bitmain ones, they're about $105 plus 20% VAT by the time it comes to the UK. You've got delivery on that. So we're talking about £130, £140 because they've increased the delivery price. Why pay £150 when you can get a power supply at nearly half the price? Got a problem here. How am I going to do this? That might not reach where I need it to reach. This last, oh, no, maybe it's not. Okay, I've got 3 with the same length and 1 which is actually longer. Just take this out again. So we got 3 short length ones and 1 which is probably double the length. Yes, it's double the length. So that's quite good. Maybe it is designed for ASICs. So we can stick that in there. And because we've got the extra length, it can fit into the control board. That's designed very well, even though it says it's for graphics cards. With graphics cards, it doesn't need to be that far away, but with obviously with ASICs, you've got a further distance to go to the control board. Hi, I can't say your name because you've got random letters or random marks above your name. Anne, Ho, Sean. Each miner uses 6 amps. Let me just check. So, Siemens it's 1300 watts divided by 240 volts, 5.4 amps. And you're saying each one takes 6, and you've got 20 of them, 120 amps. You need to check your main fuse, your fuse, and your switch, and all the other circuits, because I think if you're running that in a house, you're using more than what you should be. Also, just hold the cables like that and see if it's hot, unless if you've got a thermal imaging camera and you can check that way. So the power supply itself makes some noise, but the other ASICs are on, so you probably won't hear it. Oh, you have 2 times 100 amps. How did you get that? The S9 is different. It has green glowing LEDs. The other ASICs have red LEDs. Does that show up on camera? Yes, it does. You can see that. What is your electricity rate? Did I make him pay for a repair of what? Sorry, who's that question to? You jammed the meters, what do you mean by that? That's quite cold air coming out of there. I didn't check inside to see if there was any dust on the fans, but it didn't look like it. A lot of people say there's dust on there. You fiddle it, and you're admitting you fiddle the meter on a live stream. That's not very clever. I could tell people that your first name is Steve. That's a good enough way for the electric people to find you. what's your electricity rate? I know you're joking. If you was fiddling, they would have already investigated you anyway. You pay 13p, I pay 9.9p from Outboxer Market. These start from 9p. There is a membership fee. Higher users is like $13.99, but when they see my bill, they'll say, well, hang on, what's happening there? I also use my NatWest Reward credit card, not NatWest Reward credit card, NatWest account, and I get 2% cash back from my bills. So if that averages it out to 9.9p a kilowatt. Outbox has been out since maybe November, December time. They have a daily limit of how many people they accept. And I think it's about 100 people a day. I'm just going to set this up now. I need to log into my router. Oh, I can't log into the router because I forgot these mine is actually Wi-Fi, aren't they? So that's running at 1400 watts for no reason. What is it mining? Seriously, what's happening here? It's producing out heat. I'm just going to put this ducting on. I have no idea what it's mining. With no network connection. The sticker is a bit raised. Okay, so I'm going to log into the router. Grab the IP address. 192.168.1.101. Username and password is root and root. Copy some details from another miner. That's quite loud as well. The M3s don't support XN snub, but the S9 does. So go to miner status or miner configuration. Stick that in there. Stick my wallets in there. You don't need anything for the password, but after the wallet you do your dot, and I can put S9 for this so I know what it is. Save and apply. You can't see my screen, but I'll probably do another edit later so you can see what I can see on my screen. Okay, so is that doing anything? Wow, I've just taken my earmuffs off and that's really loud. And you have 20 of these, Steve. Do you also have earmuffs like these, or do you use something else? Is that 20 S9s or 20 including the L3 Plus? How many do you have in total? I'm just going to check the status page. the sound has changed slightly. So on this config page it says there are 8 fans. Yeah, I don't think there's 8 fans here. Maybe you need 8 fans to keep this cool. So we're at 1430 watts. And I don't have anything on the status page yet. You don't use ear protection when you should do. You IP label them. I call them numbers, and then I know in my head what IP address that relates to. So all the L3 plus are grouped together, D3 is grouped together, M3 have their own IP range. So this S9 will have its own IP range. So on the network they are grouped together. So say this was my first S9, and my next available slot is .50. So this will be 51, and the next one 52, and so on. Obviously, that might get to an issue later on. No, the A3 will be on 50, so this will start from 60. But I don't plan to have any more A3s. Yeah, I use static as well. The router that I was using only has a limited of DHCP reservations of 8 or something like that. It is nice to use a router to manage all that, because you can label it, you can look at it, but because of that restriction I've had to go to static. DHCP is a bit more plug and play, you got more to do. Right, I'm just refreshing this page. So it looks like the fans are fan number 3 and fan number 4. Fan 3 is at 4,200 RPM, and fan 6 is, so that's fan 3 and fan 6. Fan 6 is 5,000 RPM, and already it's at 13.6 terahash. So let's see if that is shown on my status page, on the NiceHash page. Since NiceHash is currently more profitable to mine. I've currently got 2 of the M3s mining Litecoin Cash. Now I need to decide if I should stick it on there or move them out. I think Litecoin Cash is $2.30 at the moment, according to my wallet. So the S9, it says 0 terahash, but it takes the fuel a bit longer for it to arrive. The difficulty is higher than the M3s as well, so maybe NiceHash knows that it's an S9. That's not nice. Bad NiceHash. So at 13.5 terahash we're using 1400 watts. Let's see what we have. I'll refresh this again. Temperatures are 71 to 65, 65 to 71 Celsius. You can only see the chip temperature and not the board temperature. The frequency is 626. And we can't overclock these. Shit, that's no good. How do I overclock these now? No overclock settings. Oh well, I'm stuck then. That's 13.6 terahash, so it's a bit more than what's advertised. It's absolutely freezing in the kitchen now. Oh, I could remove the ducting and keep myself warm. Well, with DHCP, you got DHCP reservations where you're actually assigning IP address based on the MAC address. So it doesn't really move about that much. Well, it doesn't move about. The good thing about that is it's easy to configure from the router side. You run your S9 on 650. Well, I've just checked mine and I don't have the settings for that. Where do you go to do that? Because I go to minor configuration and there's no other option. You can configure the pool, but there's no advanced options. I'm running software, let's see, 16th of May 2017, so maybe I need to upgrade that. Oh, it looks like there's a custom firmware as well. Let's go back and look at that later. So the latest firmware supports everything except the S9 at 11.85 terahash, 12.93 and 14 terahash with fixed frequencies. Remove function host MAC address to remote stop the mining. So this file has been replaced with the same. So what's the date on this firmware? That's an older firmware. Oh, there's a new one at the bottom. November 2017. So, same as with above, it's fixed the memory leak code, fixed support, config, and then remove some old URL information. So I'll download this. That's November 2017, and mine has May 2017. Let's see any other messages. So, some more messages. Yeah, I've got my L3s on 613 megahertz, 614. I need to actually measure my power consumptions because I've got the server power supplies on them. They're rated at 1000 watts, so I need to check to see how much I'm overloading it by. I might be able to push it more, but if I do, I've got no way of rebooting it because it's in an overseas data center, so I don't have that luxury. So I'm going to copy this URL for the advanced config. I'll get 404 not found. It looks like it's been deleted. But there is a custom config that was custom firmware that was released on the 27th of January 2018, which add overclock features to the miners. And it says CG miner, yes, CG miner. Right, what do I have now? Say. So I could try that as well. Might as well. I was wondering why my download was slow. It's because I'm uploading this live video. So whilst that's happening, let's see. What times? Typing the IP. Okay, bye Nova Monkey. Oh, Benjamin from the Facebook page, okay. You're in UK Miners, but you're not in my group, are you? I don't think you are. Well, I did type GitHub in, I got 404. Okay, I'll add you later. Yes, I tried it, it didn't work. I got 404 error. I'm pasting the URL into the live chat so you can see what I did. Right, so is that downloaded? Yes. I think this is going to be a pointless exercise. It shows the 13.5 terahash, and when did you get your S9? Because I did try again because I had to grab the URL. I'll try one more time by doing a refresh. In fact, what I can do, I can change the IP to the A3 to see if it takes me to the right place. That doesn't work on the A3, so there's something wrong there. You put CGI-bin. That's also on there as well. Okay. I must have copied something wrong before. So that frequency is 550 megahertz. So what are you using then on yours? I've got it working now, but what frequency? I need to get a laptop charger. You're using 650. Yeah, I've got the URL to work, but I don't know what I've done. I'll have to review the screen capture. Okay, now I've got a message saying it might take 3 hours to search frequency before mining. Are you sure? Never seen that before. Why would it take 3 hours? Okay, ignore that message. I'm going to get a jacket on, freezing it. Did anyone get their free chocolates from Top Cashback? I'm still eating mine. Yeah, I've changed it to 650, so I'm just waiting for it to reboot. And it's at 200 watts at the moment. That's gone a bit quieter. Custom firmware, not been released yet. It's 4 minutes to reboot. That's 1,450 watts, and I should get 14 terahash. Let's have a look. There's only one person there now. Okay, that's booted up. Message saying that Antpool is dead, but never mind. Sorry, 13.8 terahash at the moment. This is quite cold as well. The M3s are red hot, but then those are not efficient. So I could sell my M3s and get some more S9s. 13.5 terahash. I have 6 ASICs at home and 20 ASICs abroad. I also have a GPU rig abroad, and I was going to build a GPU rig at home as well, but that's not going to happen. So a total of 26 ASICs in 2 countries. Genesis mining? No. I wouldn't touch cloud mining. I think cloud mining is a scam. So you put in money and then they pay you money, but you don't know if they're paying you your money that you put in initially. Yeah, nobody knows what happens with the difficulty. I'm just going to refresh this page one more time. It seems to have gone back to 13.5 terahash. Let's go to this advanced page again. That is set to 650. So Steve, you must be making about $275 a day then. Okay, that was the fire alarm. I need to investigate that. I think it's a consumer unit. consumer unit is fine. It's buzzing away, but I don't know why the fire alarm went off, the smoke alarm. There's no smoke. That was a bit weird.